Okay, let's solve cos square theta plus cos theta minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, and theta is between 0 and 360 degrees. Okay, so that's the questions. Now, remember, step number 1, we need to find out what cos theta equal first. Now, in order to do this, we need to factorize it first. This is the negative, so what time what give me 2 and the difference is 1. Okay, cos theta in here is 1. So we go, first of all, the negative, we go cos theta plus 1 plus and cos theta minus equals 0. So what time what give me 2, the difference in 1 is 1, so 2 and 1. But because positive, so 2 on this side, 1 on this side. So this means that cos theta plus 2 equal to 0 or cos theta minus 1 is equal to 0. So therefore, cos theta equal negative 2 or cos theta equal negative 2. So sorry, negative 1. So you move on this side, become 1. Okay. Now, you know that cos theta is never over or okay less than 1. Okay, over 1 or less than negative 1, because with the unit circle is always within 1 and negative 1, 1 negative 1. Remember that. Okay, so this is, if you're not sure to find the reference angle, you inverse cos of 2, it is a math error. All right, so or syntax error. So that means is no solution for this. Now we focus on this now. Cos theta equal 1. Now, positive, remember, positive will be this quadrant and that quadrant. Now, if you go inverse cos 1, what happened? Yes, 0, right? So that means the reference angles is 0. So in fact, it's just on here, right on here, because it's here. Okay, so the reference angle is 0, so that's it. It's on the line. So now your answer is theta equal, the first answer is on the top here, so it's 0 degrees, and it go round and hit back here 360 degrees. Okay, and it go round again, you stop because the domain is only up to 360. So your answer is theta is equal 0 and 360 degrees. Okay, let's move on. Next one. All right, second one, number 2. So cos, let's say cos x plus 30 this time is equal to negative 1 over root 2. So let's say x is between 0 and 360 degrees. Okay, now at the moment is x between 0 and 360 degrees. Now, however, this one x plus 30 degrees. So therefore, we need to change the domain. So if I add 30, this means x plus 30 degrees. Now, because I plus 30, I need to plus 30 on the right as well, so which is 390 degrees. That's your new domain. And this is at 30, so they give me 30 degrees. That's your domains. That's a, first of all, you fix the domain up. Then, remember, we draw diagram. Let me just clear this first. Now to draw diagram, because it's negative, okay, so cos of x plus 30 degree equal negative root 1 over root 2. Now because of negative, so we have to work out the quadrant. Because cos is negative, so it must be in this quadrant and in this quadrant. Then you look for reference angle, just cos inverse. Of course, you don't put negative 1 over root 2, okay, because reference angle always positive, because negative just to tell you which quadrant it is. Okay, so inverse cos root 1 over root 2, or you should recognize that as a 45 degrees. Okay, after a while you just need to recognize those. It makes your life easier. So now the reference angles is 45 degrees. Okay, now I'm just look for the answer. This is the first answer. Go all the way from here to here, which is x is equal to 45, 180 minus 45. So your answer should be Okay, not x, I'm sorry, it's not x equal, it's x plus 30 because x plus 30 here is equal to 135 degrees. And then the next one is here 180 plus 45, so which is 225 degrees. And then you go one round up to 360, go up to 390. Okay, and what happened? Yeah, you stop. You can't go anymore because you can't exceed 390. So that's the only answer you have. Now we solve for x. So we move 30 on this side. So x is equal to 135 minus 30 is 105 degrees. And then 225 minus 30, your answer is 195 degrees. So that's your answer. Okay, so that's the answer. Let's move on. Next one. Thank you. Number 3. Let's say square root 2, okay, sine 2 theta plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, this is 2 theta. I just fix the theta for me. Okay, now theta is between 0 and 360 degrees. Now have a look. This is 2 theta. Okay, and this one here is theta. So therefore we need to fix up the domain first. So this is 2 theta, so I double up, so give me 0, 2 theta. Okay, remember that step number 1 on this kind of question, you fix the theta up, so 720. Okay, because you times 2 for every single one of them. Then I'm going to find out what sine 2 theta is. Agree? So to do that, I move the 1 on this side, which is 2 root 2 sine 2 theta is equal to -1. Sine of 2 theta equal -1 over root 2. Okay, now we're going to find out we draw a diagram, find out what quadrant they are. Okay, so the two of them, so one of them, because it's negative, so one of them will be in the third quadrant because the sine is negative. Again, or station to central if you don't know. Okay, if you can write it down as well. And then in here for size. Correct? So that's what it is. Then we look for reference angles. So you inverse sine of 1 over root 2, not negative, of course. Reference angles always positive, you ignore the negative sign. So you should get 45 degrees. So 45 here, 45 here, and reference angle, I repeat, this is between, okay, x and the line. Okay, I just want to remind you that not this. Okay, so remember that for me, please. Now, so we're gonna look for the answer. So now theta, I mean 2 theta, of course. This is 2 theta, not theta, and this is 2 theta. Okay, so you write 2 theta is equal to all the way from here to here. That's your first answer. So 225 degrees. Okay, and from here to here all the ways is 315 degrees. Of course, you go 2 round because 2 theta, or in another word, you go to 720 degrees. Okay, so your answer is 585 degrees, and then you go back here, all the way back here. Sorry, stop there. Is you should get 675 degrees. Okay, now this is 2 theta, remember that? So we need to get rid of the 2 by divide by 2 for all of them. So therefore your final answer, theta equal 112.5 degrees, 157.5 degrees, and 220, beg your pardon, 292, okay, 0.5 degrees, and 300, okay, and 37.5 degrees. That's your final answer. Okay, now let's do one more. Okay, you're doing well. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, I really appreciate that. Now let's do last one. Okay, let's say number 4. Let's say 510 5 tan squared theta plus 3 tan theta, okay, minus 2 is equal to 0, right? And let's say theta is between 0 and 360 degrees, okay? Now, of course, I want to put inclusive. You know the difference between bracket and rectangular bracket? This one is inclusive. The one I just wrote, a bracket like this, is exclusive, okay, not including, okay, just between 0 and 360 degrees. At the moment, is inclusive, right? Now, first of all, okay, I want to find out what tan theta is, okay? So in order to do this, I need to factorize. Now, remember how to factorize? So look, this is a negative, so then I'm going to put 1 plus 1 minus, of course. Now because of 5 tan theta square theta, so I put 5 tan theta plus, okay, 5 tan theta minus equals 0. Now over 5, of course, because it's the coefficient of tan square is 5, so I need to over 5. If it's 10 or over 10, you know that. Now what time what give me 2? I mean not 2, sorry, because it's 5, because 2 here and 5 here, so I time together, give me 10, okay, remember that for me. Okay, so what time what give me 10, and the difference is 3, okay, of course 5 and 2. The difference is 3 because it's positive, okay, so that should be 5 here and 2 here. Now I take out common factor. The common factor of this first bracket here is 5. So I took the 5 out, that cancel out, give me 1. So this cancel. So your answer is tan theta plus 1 and then 5 tan theta minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, so now tan theta plus 1 equals 0 or 5 tan theta minus 2 equals 0. So now tan theta equals negative 1 or tan theta is equal to 2 over 5. Okay, now then I need to write down, draw out the diagram. Okay, so which is this, because tan is negative, so which is, I just use different colors, so this tan negative will be this quadrant and this quadrant. And then because inverse tan of 1 is 45, of course, so reference angles between x and line, 45, 45, yeah? And then this one here, tan is positive, so I just quickly do this. Positive will be this quadrant and this quadrant. And then you go reference angles. Reference angle between x and the line, of course. This is reference angles. The reference angle is, if you type inverse tan of, okay, it's 0.4 or 2/5. It's the same thing, your answer, and you should get 21 degrees 48 minutes, right? So this is 21 degree 48 minutes as well. So now I just write down the answer. Now theta will be equal to, all the way from here to here, that's your first answer. So your answer is, so from here to here, so you should get is 180 minus 45. Okay, what will you get? So you get 135 degrees. Okay, 135 degrees. And then from here all the way from here, so you should get 325 degrees. I mean, sorry, 215 degrees. 315, that's what I meant. Okay, and this one here, okay, you will get, I'm looking for this one now, this one here, so you got first answer is 21 degree and 48 minutes. Okay, and the second one is from here all the way from here to here, and you will get, what will you get? Okay, you will get 201 degrees and 48 minutes. Okay, so now I'm going to rewrite in order. Okay, so theta equal 21 degrees 48 minutes, and the other one is, look for it, so that become 135 degrees, okay, and 201 degrees and 48 minutes and 315 degrees. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciated that.